I had to stop the filming because that one woman once was, when I was getting a ticket, not giving me the ticket early so that I could take the train. Passengers that came from the mountain village were treated better than me, so she let them have the ticket so they could take the train. Then for a receipt I got nothing, and when I asked for one, the receipt would have been the ticket, which is a transitory ticket, but she didn't hand it out. Well, you know, usually all the counters at the train stations do. No, but she didn't. Well then the receipt I got was not naming the place where I got it from, so it was without any value. Then when I went back, I got a stamp onto that receipt, so it was valid. Okay, so then it took them 2 weeks to fabricate the ticket, and when I got there they wouldn't hand out the ticket because like it was a split ticket. There were like 2 cards, and one of them she wanted to keep in by asking me, "Have you already got a Swiss pass?" And I was like, "No." And even if I had one, I ordered another one, so I need that one, because if I travel by train, it's not the same being with or without Swiss pass. So then I had one, and yeah, let's film the train. Oh. Have you seen me in the windows of the train? I was waving to you. So then I got these 2 cards, and both were valid, but when I once was in the train, one ticket check went like this. Well, what kind of ticket is this? So I told her, well, it's from the mountain top. It's the cable car. And so she went like, okay. So she handed it back to me, not really knowing what she, you know. Oh no, it starts raining. 2 droplets I had on me already. Drops. So yeah, and my joy with these kind of people is I'm not working. Whatever I work for myself. All my work is not service to other people, being bored at some kind of in an office or workplace. Oh no! If I am bored, I'm doing something wrong, terribly wrong. Meaning my art got boring by then. And also, my lifetime is not dedicated to the government paying taxes. All these others, they got a minimal amount more money than me. They aren't overpaid. You can tell by the clothes they wear, the foods they buy, even the cars they drive. So very few people have a lot of money. Like an ingénieur I met, he gave me a lift. So he had a real posh car yesterday. The day before yesterday it was. And then also the woman that gave me a lift up the valley again. She even lives high up the mountain, about on the level I live at, not really, maybe just 300 meters below me. But she gets a lot of snow in winter time too, so she was explaining about my place. So there is a lot of water coming over from the Alps, and She said, it's just the place with the most snow in Switzerland. And I went like, I never heard of that. I heard about this, the coldest place being down the valley, and then you turn to the right. So that place, some water stems from there. Quite a famous place. So that's the coldest place in winter mostly. Can be some other part of Switzerland, but mostly it's that one. And it gets not as much snow then as high up in the mountain skiing area I live at. Because there it's a skiing area as well, but she was comparing those skiing territories and telling me that where I live at, it's the safest snow-wise during winter time. So yeah, now it starts to rain, just a few drops here and there falling, which I like a lot. This kind of summer is really nice. Not too hot, a lot of moist in the air, and not too much. I'm not worrying about not going here or there because of nice sunny weather. You know, when it's rainy, you feel like, oh yeah, I can stay inside and I can write my book. So let's continue about that woman. So she treated me the way that, like, no one wants to be treated. So before I got that ticket, I wrote an email and I asked about the price of the ticket, and she told me 500 Swiss francs for the people living up there. So when I got at the counter at the train station, she went, there is no ticket like this. So I wrote an email, I know there is a ticket like this. So then also then she went to the other counter and she looked at the computer. So she went, oh yeah, she's on the list. So they are so lazy. They wouldn't even like go, oh yeah, let's check whether you are on a list. Because if you are, you're inclined to get a half price, cheap ticket, a abonnement for a year for 500 Swiss francs. You know, other service personnel, they would go be polite, but they weren't. And they tried everything to make me feel miserable. But I'm going like, you orons, you waste your whole life fighting against others. You are in reactionary mode, whereas I'm in action mode. I act out my life. So 1-0 for me. Then they're actually even giving money to the government, paying taxes a lot, which I'm not. I have never in my whole life paid any taxes. Just once, 360 Swiss francs I paid for students. That was. And I got a stamp into a booklet. That was it. No more taxes I ever paid, like the direct taxes. The hidden ones, yes, they're hidden here and there. So you pay them by buying certain luxury goods like cigarettes and stuff. They've got kind of taxes on them as well. So, but hidden within the price of some product, that is, or like when you travel or if you eat inside a certain supermarket brand, then it says it should be more expensive to have a coffee. But actually the coffee is the same price whether you take it with or not. It's just for them, they need to know how to put it onto the bill to show the appropriate bill to the tax offices of the government. So yeah, 2-0 for me. Then she looks stupid and dresses stupid and wastes her time with stupid doings. Me not. I don't have to dress in a uniform and look stupid and, you know, do stupid things all day long. So also she's with stupid people in a dirty environment all day long, which is cancerous. So the Wi-Fi she's got around her, and then also her brain is already that much degraded. She's not able to see through all this. So a discussion with her has to be about other people. I could continue on and on. You know, she cannot come up with her own interests because she has none. These kind of people, they tend to talk about others, to talk down on them, and by that elevate themselves. So it's like, okay, by all these things, if you tell somebody from that brand, from that kind, they wouldn't understand. They would like really not know what you're talking about. So living this free life of mine as I do, I'm always going like, you know, I would love to kick some asses here and there whenever I meet these people, because then I'm reminded about, you know, how stupid the human world is around me. Humanity is not humane. It's the plants and the animals that is a nice surrounding to dwell in, but not the humans. So you don't need to come to Switzerland for that. There really is even hickok when you go like to squatted houses. Then people would be going like, where does she come from? We've never seen her. You know, fight you in that mode. Saying she's a danger maybe because we don't know her. She's not part of our scene, is she? Not the punks, not the squatters, not the artists, not the freaks, not the homeless. I've never been a part of any group because I am not trained in groupthink, since I've never really attended school when I was young. So if you go to school and if you get into this groupthink and you cannot but do what someone tells you, then of course you are lost. You know, and that's what's the case about this woman working at the counter, the ticket office at the train station. If she's not told what to do, she will just, you know, or break into pieces. Always looking for an agenda, not really being able to, you know, make sense out of reality, and then do as is best. No, do as is worst. Worse for her competitors or whatever, you know. So I'm not, there it is, taking that one. Where is it? I don't see it. So yeah, see you in a minute.